Dude, you really got beat up against Phoenix. Will you talk about that game a little bit and getting beat up like that?
To me, it was just another game. I mean, I don't really remember the details of it. I know I got hit, got stitches. That was that.
You always get the feeling every once in a while, why is this happening to me all the time? Why am I the guy with Band-Aids and stitches and all these random things happening?
I'm not going to play the victim role. you know, it happens, especially when you go out there, you try to put everything into it. Things like that is going to occur.
In the last week, your team defense, individual defense, seemed to really improve. What do you think your team has been able to do to make opponents as uncomfortable as you have through some stretches?
Putting more pressure on them. We're being more aggressive. We're not worried about fouling. We're not worried about, just individual defense. We're helping each other, helping the helper. And you can tell, it's working out for us. That's where we got to continue to have that energy throughout the season.
You always talk about offensively, you can't think while you're out there on the floor. Does the same go for defense as well to be elite?
Yeah, you just got to go out there and just put it all out there. You can't really think about it, especially when you're guarding somebody like I have to guard tonight, like Dirk. You can't really think about how you're going to guard them. You just got to get out there and do it, play by feel.
Paul, were you pleased when you heard the NHL lockout was ending?
This guy. I am pleased. I'm glad the guys are able to go back to work. We've been through the same situation, a few years ago. So I'm glad they're able to work something out and get back to work.
Are you a fan of the game?
I'm not a fan. I'm not saying that I don't like it. Hockey is hockey.
Paul, in the beginning of the year, people talk about how you got to be ready, you got to play your role if you're needed. Now all of a sudden, people are really realizing, hey, we got to get up off the bench and play. How much more important is that now when people start realizing, gosh, we are really going to get called upon, get off the bench?
Well, I mean, you never know when your name's going to be called. So at all times, you got to be ready. I don't know if Jamal expected, to play as many games as he's playing right now. But every day he's in there running on the treadmill, preparing himself to play significant minutes. So, you just got to be ready at all times. That comes along with being a professional.
Have you taken advantage of and looked at your ear? Do you ever do that?
Too nervous to do it. I don't want to see it.
It's big enough to have a gauge in there now.
No, man. I don't know, man. Some people say I got a chunk out of my ears. Some say it's just sliced up. I'm too scared to look at it, really.
Paul, how are you liking playing with that young lineup where it's you and four young players at times? I think they had that lineup on the floor against Phoenix and Minnesota. How are you liking that, and how are you liking the way Alec is taking advantage of some of those minutes?
Well, it feels good. The younger guys, we're going to get out and run a little bit more. They got young legs, so, that means I got to get out there and run with them. So, but they're pushing the tempo. The defense steps up a little bit more. And while I'm out there, I'm able to be the primary scorer for them. So I'm able to get them involved, able to do some things that I'm not able to do in the first group.
You mentioned Dirk earlier. How tough is he to guard?
He's tough, because he's about 7 feet. He can shoot. And good post player. So you just do the best you can. Hope make his shots tougher than what it is, and hope for the best.
How much different is their team when he's there out there on the floor when he's not?
Well, it's a big difference because you got a guy who's capable of scoring 20 plus, any given night. So makes their team a whole lot different, but can't worry about that.